From ground now, our reporters Siddharth Bharadwaj is joining us from Coimbatore and Saurav Datta is joining us from Calcutta. Such a pleasure to have the two gentlemen here in the screen in front of us. Siddharth, how is the voter turnout so far and how does it compare with the last assembly election, and has the voting been incident-free so far?
Oh, Munmun, first of all, a very good afternoon to you and Vanakkam from the land of Tamil Nadu. Definitely, it's a very, very big day for the state as it heads to polls. As far as the voter turnout is concerned, Munmun, till 1 p.m., that's the report that we have, that's the numbers that we have, it's 56.81%. When it comes to comparing the voter turnout from last year, proper analysis would be done once the total voter turnout would be out, once the voting ends here. I would like to show you, I am here in Coimbatore where there are 10 constituencies and I am in one of them. This is Coimbatore South constituency, and I would like to request my camera person now to actually show how the voting is happening. You see, this is the place where voting is happening. There's a very peaceful process which is taking place. There are separate queues of men and women, and very calmly it is happening. Since 7 a.m. in the morning, Munmun, people here in Tamil Nadu, they have a habit of waking up early. So since 7 a.m., people are coming in large numbers. There is a decent influx of voters at the polling booths, and they are coming and they are very, very excited to vote. They are saying that it's a right of everyone, to vote, to come and to vote. There are some first-time voters as well, and there are some voters who have voted previously as well. So, the excitement is there, the energy is there at the polling booths. Earlier in the day, we also covered a polling station, a polling booth which has different sorts of polling stations. For example, the pink polling station, the youth polling station, the green polling stations promoting sustainability. We also saw purple polling stations dedicated to persons with disabilities. And there were signages, there were boards which were, promoting the rainwater harvesting and also promoting sustainability and environment, which is the need of the hour, and also at the same time urging more and more voters to come and vote. One again, going back to the voter turnout, the proper comparative analysis will be done once the final numbers will be out. But the environment at the polling stations is very nice, very enthusiastic, and there is no untoward incident that has been reported here. Everything is going in a very smooth line manner with very peaceful process. There have been elaborate arrangements made by the Election Commission of India, including the drinking water. I would again like to request my camera person to actually show here, a little thing. The drinking water is also there. All the facilities are also here. And Munmun, you see, right, people are coming here, and all the facilities are there, including the elaborate security arrangements. So there have been proper patrolling, to make sure, to ensure that voters who are coming from different parts, of this area, they have a peaceful voting process, safe and secure voting process. There are people, who are coming to the polling booths, having different issues, with them. They are saying that we are voting for this issue, they are voting for that issue. But then, the voter turnout is decent. And, by the evening, when the voting will end, when the final turnout will come out, we'll do a comparative analysis of how it was last year and how it is this year. Munmun.
Right, Siddharth, stay with us. Saurav is with us. Saurav, how is the voting percentage so far there where you are, and has phase 1 been peaceful so far?
Munmun, since the announcement of Elections Commission of India assured the voters of Bengal that this time the vote will be peaceful, and the voting percentage till 1 p.m. clearly shows that people of Bengal have placed their faith in that assurance. Until 1 p.m. the voting percentage of Bengal is 62% plus, and all the 16 districts and the 152 constituencies scored almost 60 plus. And surprisingly, from today's morning, most of the incidents, violence incidents reported from Murshidabad district. But Murshidabad district, even that Murshidabad district scored very well, and till 1 p.m. In Murshidabad, 62.71% voting percentage is 62.71%, and the
Right.
top district amongst the 16 districts is Paschim Mednipur, 65.77%, and the Bakura 64.58%. I am mentioning these districts because Bakura, Purulia, Jhargram, Paschim Mednipur, all these districts are heat prone in the month of April and May, and even that situation, people are coming out their home and voting and using their rights, voted for their candidates. Somehow it's assuming that actually people are eager to vote this time, eager to cast their vote, cast their right this time. And
Right.
as I mentioned earlier, that Murshidabad, Uttar Dinajpur, Birbhum, all three districts where incident reported from today's morning, little bit, not much comparing to the previous years. But till though some of the incidents reported from Murshidabad, Birbhum, and Uttar Dinajpur, after even that, in these three districts, voting percentage is almost leveling the average voting percentage till 1 p.m. Munmun?
Okay, okay. Siddharth, coming to you now. What's driving voters to polling booths and who are the most prominent candidates in the fray?
Okay, so Mumun, what is driving voters to the polling booths? There are many factors. One thing is their own self-awareness. Because they say, when we had a word with the voters since the morning 7 a.m. when the voting started, we were having a word with voters, from Gen Zs also, youths and elderly as well, and other voters who have come from different parts of the area. They are saying that it's our right to vote, and one should always vote because it's very important. This is something that everyone should do, and if you are eligible to vote, and if you can vote, one should just definitely come and vote. So that's one part when it comes to self-awareness. Second thing is the awareness campaigns, of course, by the Election Commission of India, which has left no stone unturned to make sure that the voting and polling process takes place in a very smooth line manner. So there have been different campaigns run by the Election Commission of India, urging all the voters to come to the polling booth nearby or wherever they can vote. They should come there and vote because it's your right and you should do it. Second thing is several. There are several issues, Munmun. I was also mentioning that earlier as well, which people have in their minds when they are coming to the polling booths, and these issues they vary from person to person, generation to generation. For example, the Gen Z would have a different issue, and an elderly who's coming to a polling booth would have some different issues. So there are some issues which are driving them to the polling booths. But collectively, what is coming out is that people are actively participating in the polling process, which is very important. I also told you, Munmun, till 1 p.m. the numbers that we had was 56.81%. That's the voter turnout. And as the day progresses, more and more people are expected to come and cast their vote, because right now it's somewhere about 2:30 or a little more than that, and it is scorching afternoon. So weather is also a factor which also affects the current people who are there at the polling booths, because
Right.
there is so much of heat. Once it will settle down, people are expected to come more and more and cast their ballot. But yeah, Election Commission of India has made elaborate arrangements for all the voters who are coming to the polling booths. For example, at a PWD booth, there are ramps, there are wheelchairs and other necessary things which are of utmost usage of the persons with disabilities, so they can come and cast their ballot, to cast their vote smoothly.
Okay.
At the same time, there are different polling stations for youth, and there are selfie points as well. I had mentioned in one of my reports that at selfie points people are taking selfies and they're uploading it on social media. Another way of promoting this, another way of telling people that come and vote. So the strong message goes out when you have polling stations like green polling station, which is promoting sustainability. You have a polling station dedicated to youth. You have a model polling booth. You also have polling booths which are dedicated to women. Pink polling booths, polling stations, which are completely managed by women.
Right.
And as we all know, women are the backbone of our country.
So all stops being pulled out in a sense of that.
Dedicated to PWD. So yeah,
To
elaborate
facilitate
arrangements
voting.
by Election Commission of India, of course, and people are coming in large numbers.
Okay.
One.
Saurav, what are the names of some of the prominent candidates in the fray in the first phase, and what are the issues that the electorate wants addressed in this election?
Name of the prominent constituencies in the first phase. First of all, in Purva Mendipur district, Nandigram is the high voltage constituency, and Shubhendu Adhikari, leader of opposition from BJP, is contesting from this seat. Dilip Ghosh, who is the former state chief of BJP, contesting from Kharagpur Sadar. Manas Bhuiya, who is the minister in the TMC government, cabinet minister in the TMC government, he is contesting from Sabang. In Siliguri district, Gautam Dev, one of the prominent figures from TMC. Shankar Ghosh, he is the prominent figure from contesting against Gautam Dev, from BJP. And other factors, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary from Congress, he is contesting from Baharampur seat, and from Malatipur seat, Mausam Benazir Noor from Congress, who recently left TMC and joined Congress. So all these are the prominent figures, prominent candidates in that phase.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.